people need to be in relationship, and what we keep as a field giving them is coverage. And there's a huge difference between coverage and relationships. And that example that I use all the time is, imagine I were to arrive home after a trip, and instead of finding my lovely wife Cindy at home, there'd be another woman. I'd say to her, where's Cindy? And can you imagine how I'd feel if she said, well, Cindy's not here, but don't worry, we have you covered. And people always laugh at that. They laugh right out loud at that, because they recognize immediately that there's a huge difference between relationship and coverage. I also add in the joke that there's often men in the room who go, that sounds pretty good to me, like, hope there's a lot of turnover at the agency, But it's funny. People laugh out loud about it, but that's fundamentally what we're doing. We're giving people coverage. We really literally think if just someone shows up, that's enough. And if that wasn't insulting enough, then we think it's about being consistent or keeping people busy. So we have people in these very active treatment schedules, and we've done in-service training with them. But imagine I were to arrive home and say to this woman, where's Cindy? She says she's not here, but don't worry, we have you covered. And then me go, well, do you know how to make a twice-baked potato? And her say, yes, as a matter of fact, Cindy did in-service training with us before she left, and now we all know how to make them in exactly the same fashion. And me going, well, what could be the problem then, I mean, again, it's the kind of thing we laugh at, but it's the basic mathematics of our entire service system. That's what we do to people all the time, and then act surprised when it doesn't work. We surround people with strangers who come and go out of their life with regularity, and when they're upset about it, we think we just have to do better in-service training with the new people who come the next time. We don't laugh out loud at that. We practice it day in and day out. I've been with people that are 10 feet taller than I am, and who have a history of being violent, who can have a tiny little soul next to them who they're in relationship with, and they don't have any problems. A tiny person who's surrounded by giants can have all the problems in the world if they're not in relationship with a person. It's so much about relationships. But it's not about how many people you have there, it's about who shows up, and is there a meaningful relationship between this person and those people showing up. So in our field, I think we just have a lot of people that are really busy running around, who never have time in their day to stop and spend time with people who use our services, and think that another process, or another way of doing things, another training schedule, another management information system is going to solve the problem. But the thing that really makes the difference, I think, over time is our commitment to people to get to know them in a meaningful sense, and hanging around long enough to hear a thing or two,